Yo, 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 it's your boy Mark K. Smith. What's up? What's popping? Back. Another live stream. It's the second one for the day. Hope y'all feeling good. But as I've been on social media and been watching some of the highlights at the All-Star practice between CaitlinClark, Reese as well. And it just got me to thinking, to be honest. And I understand this is probably a difficult conversation, and this is a conversation that's probably already been had. But I want to have this conversation because I haven't had it with you guys. And the fact of the matter is, as I'm watching AngelReese and Caitlin Clark, they did like a half court competition, and Reese won. And this is the first time ever in their careers they're going to be on the same team at the All Star game. And I just wanted to bring it to people's attention that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in 3 months, really, I want to say, have changed the game. And they kind of combated all crazy narratives that people had against them in 3 months, as crazy as it may seem. And the thing about it is, I'm going to get to the title of the stream because we're going to talk about that, what I mean by that. But both these ladies deserve their just due. Both these ladies really deserve respect. And both these ladies really deserve to be mentioned when we talk about being impactful and changing the game. Because if it wasn't for college and what they did in college and the type of hypeness that they drew in college, and then having their both fan bases, which are both crazy as hell. And I'm a fan of Caitlin Clark. I'm a fan of Angel Reese. I like both, but their fan bases are crazy. But what they did, they took all that and they brought it to the WNBA for positive and for negative. And it's that old saying, it's just like, all publicity is good publicity, no matter who you like, who you support. But in just 3 months, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark really have changed the entire dynamic of the WNBA, and they really have increased the popularity. And once again, let's go back to it. The practice video of them practicing together, them playing the half court shot game, it got me to thinking both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are on the wrong team. In 3 months, they have changed the entire landscape of the WNBA. In 3 months, they have brought in new fan bases on both sides into the WNBA. People who have never even watched the WNBA before are now fans of the WNBA because of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. It was a Twitter post that went viral, and I'm going to post it on my shorts, that said that just saw a man at the airport in China, and he had a Caitlin Clark jersey on. He didn't know what I said to him, but he said Caitlin Clark in China. When we talk about global, when we talk about impact, when we talk about moving the game forward, this is what we're talking about when we talk about Caitlin Clark and her greatness. Angel Reese has drawn into a lot of fans from the hip hop community, the rap community, coming to support her. People that have never watched the game, the WNBA before, prior to her entering the league. I have family members, I have sisters that are watching the WNBA strictly because they like her as a person, and they like her attitude, and they like her being a star, because she is a star in her own right. And then when we talk about the reports that how the WNBA is going to get a new media deal, which is going to pay them $2.2 billion over the next 11 years. Now, I think the 11 years is kind of a long time, but the WNBA is kind of making around 60 million per season when we talk about their media deals. So with that new deal, it's going to be 200 million per season that they're going to get. That's a 300 increase. Is that enough? I don't know. When things change, possibly before the WNBA can opt out of their deal, because I think they'll be able to opt out in like 2025 season. And then by 2026, the women are likely going to see a huge pay increase. Once again, I think 2.2 billion is good, but over 11 years, I think that is too long. I feel like the WNBA, with their momentum, with their hypeness, they can really get a better deal. And once again, the WNBA is going to become the summer sport for everybody. And largely because of these two ladies bringing in different fan bases, bringing in new culture, bringing in people that are tuned into the game because they want to see what CaitlinClark is going to become. They want to see what AngelReese is going to become. And they're popular. And it's crazy because, once again, 3 months and the narratives have changed so much. And those crazy narratives that people were talking about prior to the draft, why AngelReese slipped, she slipped to the 7th pick based on her popularity and her hypeness. And she doesn't have the same type of ceiling as a CaitlinClark, but she really is a grinder. She hustles. If she doesn't develop anymore right now, she can be a Dennis Rodman type of player in the WNBA. But she's already right now showing that offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. She's very active on the glass, and she's putting up high level double doubles, scoring wise. So that shows me that she's only going to get better. She has the potential to be a 20-12 player in the league if she reaches her full potential. That's what she can be. But people are saying that she's too small to play the center position. She's going to be undersized. She's second in rebounding right now under Angel Wilson. Angel Wilson's averaging 12. She's averaging like 11.7. So a lot of people that were doubting her, they're wrong. People talk about the physicality of the league. They believe that that AngelReese wasn't ready. Also, CaitlinClark wasn't ready for the physicality of the league. I think both of those ladies are doing fine. Sure, we saw people knocking down CaitlinClark's, and it's been reported that she's put on 2 pounds of muscle since from the start of the season to now, which means she's working on her game, which means she's taking this serious. She has that dog in her. People talk about, well, what does CaitlinClark do besides shoot threes? Well, she's generated the most points, whether that's scoring and passing, in the NBA. In the WNBA. They have destroyed a lot of narratives that they came from other people, that came into the league, that people were gravitating towards just because they want to see both of these ladies fail. And you have to give credit and respect when credit is due. And CaitlinClark is phenomenal. And I'm giving Reese her credit too as well, because they really have like a Bird and Magic type of, I'm not going to say rivalry really, but just to have impact. This is the first time where we've seen two players that really came into a league since then and really just kind of help the league grow in a variety of ways. Whether you want to say that CaitlinClark more so than AngelReese, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you can't deny her impact. So it's just like they're breaking league-wide records as rookies. Double-double record. AngelReese broke that as a rookie. CaitlinClark just broke the single-game assist record. They're doing things that if you would have told people 3 months ago, they would have laughed. They would have said, no, that's not possible. Oh, that's not going to happen. And that's part of the reason why I feel like both of them should be going to Paris. Both of them should be on the Olympics teams because of their popularity, because of their draw, because of what I just said earlier in the stream, how a person in China had a CaitlinClark jersey on and didn't speak English, but he said CaitlinClark. We're talking about global impact. We're talking about popularity. Like, why not have those two players in Paris? Why not have CaitlinClark on the USA team? We heard, well, one of the reasons why she's not on the USA team is because she's not better than the guards. So let's point this out right now. So I'm gonna look at Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Deanna Taurasi, Chelsea Gray, CaitlinClark. I'm gonna read some stats. Kelsey Plum in 24 games, averaging 18 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 0.9 steals, shooting 41% from the field, 35% for the three-point line. 85% from the free throw line. Effective field goal percentage, which accounts for everything, is 50. Jewel Lloyd, love her to death. Very inconsistent sometimes, but that's still my girl. Shout out to Storm. 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.2 blocks, shooting 36% for the field, 26% for the three-point line, 86% for the free throw line. Effective field goal percentage is 40. Deanna Taurasi, the legend, the GOAT. If anybody was going to deserve to be on the Olympics team off the strength of just like what she has done, you're not going to win that battle. So she was going to be on there regardless. But 21 games played, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.3 blocks, shooting 40% for the field, 36% for the three-point line, 87% from the free throw line, and 50 effective field goal percentage. That's Deanna Taurasi. Chelsea Gray, who was returning from an injury. She just came back recently with the Los Angeles Aces. 12 games played, 7.3 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.7 blocks, shooting 39% from the field goal percentage, 36% from the three-point line, 39% from the field, 24% from the three-point line, 73% from the free throw line. Now, CaitlinClark, 26 games played, averaging 17 points, 5 rebounds, 8.2 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.8 blocks, shooting 40% from the field, 32% for the three-point line, 89% from the free throw line, and a 50.880 effective field goal percentage. CaitlinClark, if you're basing things just on strictly on stats, she's leading majority of the categories on 1, 2, 3, 4 players in the guard position that are on the USA Olympic team. That's just stats. And based on my eyes, when I watch the game, what my eyes are telling me, she is the best point guard in the WNBA. But they're also telling me that it's members at the guard position that she's better than. She's been better than Deanna Taurasi this year. She's better than Chelsea Gray. Jewel Lloyd, Jewel Lloyd is a bucket, very inconsistent at times. I'm still going to say my eyes tell me that Jewel Lloyd is still better than CaitlinClark. And Kelsey Plum is a toss-up, sometimes depending on what type of Kelsey Plum we're going to get. But even then, you can make a case that CaitlinClark has been better than Kelsey Plum this year. Even the eye test and also the stats as well. So I'm looking at the guard position. Out of the 5 players, you can make a strong case that 3 of those players, CaitlinClark is better than and having a better statistical season. Also, the eye test shows that she probably should be on the roster over one of them, because I'm not one of those people that people love to say like, well, this person should be on the roster. This person should be able to be on a team instead of this person. Like, you gotta talk about the person that they're replacing, because a lot of times people just love to say like, well, they should have made the All-Star team or they should have made the All-NBA team. Okay, who are they replacing? Well, I'm telling you right now, for the guard position, she can replace Chelsea Gray. Deanna Taurasi's to go, keep her on there. She's just as good as Kelsey Plum. I think the Los Angeles Aces, they have 3 members on their roster that's going to to the All-Star game. For it's like the Team USA versus the All-Star team, but also going to the Olympics. They got Jackie Young as well. So they got Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, and Asia Wilson. So that's all I'm saying when we talk about going to Paris. And even if it's just kind of like you just extend if you want to keep all those players, you can. If you just extended the roster to add Reese and CaitlinClark because of their popularity and because of everything that they have done in these 3 months for the WNBA, you could have just extended the roster. But it just seems like, you know what's going on? And let's break it down, especially with CaitlinClark. To me, it seems like it's a lot of hate going on. And when I say hate, it's a lot of pettiness. And even before CaitlinClark entered the WNBA, it was the conversations about like the physicality in the league. Only thing she does is shoot threes. Yeah, she's gonna come in and she's gonna do well, but she's not gonna necessarily dominate. Cheryl Swoops, one of my GOATs, she said that. And it's just like if you're looking based on the stats and you're looking at the numbers right now, and you're looking at all the top players. CaitlinClark's top 12 in points, top 5 in made baskets, number 1 right now in assists. If you're just looking at the top players right now, CaitlinClark's a top 10 player already in the league. You can make a case that she's probably anywhere between 5 to 7, depending on who you ask. As a rookie, she's coming in, she's dominant. She MVP candidate. Like some of the players that are averaging more points than her aren't affecting the game when we're talking about assists, playmaking opportunities for others. So when we're talking about CaitlinClark, it's like, wow, like, are we gonna have an honest conversation? So that's what I say is hate. And it's like, it's almost like in high school, you have a team full of juniors and seniors. And coach is telling somebody like, yo, we got this middle schooler coming from 8th grade. He's about to be a freshman and he's cold. And that freshman ends up starting on the varsity team. And that freshman that started on the varsity team is better than some juniors and seniors. But you still got the juniors and seniors trying to make him or her carry the bags during game day. Put the jerseys in the dirty laundry bag. Carry the medical kit during game day. And the freshman is better than the juniors and seniors. And the freshman is putting up better numbers than the juniors and seniors. Does that make sense? If I'm the freshman and I'm dominating and they cheering my name and people coming to see me play and I'm having the biggest impact, don't you think that you will want this player to be on Team USA? That's what's going on with CaitlinClark right now. She's that freshman that's on varsity, that's dominating, and you got the players and you got some of the coaches and you got some of the alumni that are like, oh, yeah, she cool, but whatever. They're trying to like haze her and make her earn it when it's just like she the one that's drawing the fans. She the one that's getting the chicken. She the one that's getting the money. She's the one that's bringing the band. So it's just like it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. And once again, maybe that's all due to the WNBA and how their league is and compared to the NBA, because the NBA was all about really, regardless if they're a rookie, regardless of who they are, it's just kind of like it's all about growing the game no matter what, growing the league no matter what. That's why it's a different way that the NBA is covered Wimbiana compared to the WNBA is covered CaitlinClark. And I'm not talking about the media, but I'm also more so talking about just how the league feels about Wembanyama is different in the WNBA, or how the players feel about CaitlinClark. Every player that you would ask a question about Wembanyama, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, they would talk about his greatness. They would talk about how he's the future, how he's unguardable. But you ask certain players in the WNBA about CaitlinClark, before she even came in, she was getting a lot of attitude. She was getting a lot of negative noise. People were saying all these types of things about her. And she just, yeah, I understand. Put her head down, got to work. And it's paying off. So it's interesting. We're going to see the All-Star game I think it's tomorrow. The All-Star game is going to be tomorrow. And AngelReese and CaitlinClark are going to play together for the first time in their careers. That's going to be exciting. Hopefully they both are on the court at the same time and dominating. But once again, it's a very big mistake that CaitlinClark and AngelReese aren't going to participate in Team USA and go in Paris, because at the end of the day, both of those players have really changed the game in 3 months. So I just want to get on and talk about that. That's it. And regardless of how you feel about CaitlinClark, regardless of how you feel about AngelReese, you can't deny both their greatness. You can't deny their impact on this league. And I hope y'all lock in. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Once again, it's Ahmad K. Smith. Go follow me on all the platforms at AKIS NBA or Ahmad K. Smith. Just put my name in. I'll pop up. Also, if you got a niece, a nephew, a granddaughter, a little brother, a little sister, whatever, I have a basketball book called Becoming Basketball. Please go get that. I really appreciate that. And I'm gone, man.